with y'all, man? This is Dallas. We're on the Double XP podcast once again. Y'all must be some pretty dope gamers because you have managed to level up to 75. Um, so once again, you also happen to be pretty unlucky because you are seeing me as the host. And let's get it started with these intros. I'll start with our last host one good time. Um, Right here, y'all see I got my intros because I can't remember this stuff off the top of my head. I'm doing my Drake verse thing right here. Let me see. We're gonna start with the one voted most likely to be on your ass like a tan line. Also living proof that PC gamers can in fact walk. The homie floor hugger thugger.
I love that intro so much. Thank you, Dallas. Hey guys, what's up? It is Floor Hugger. We are back for level 75. We got some good stuff to talk about. I hope you guys enjoy what we talk about and make sure to interact with the chat. I love it when the chat's interacting with us.
Man, one more time. Also, we're gonna go to our resident looter shooter connoisseur and honorary black at Xbox. That man Meek, Halo to the King.
Hey, what's up, guys? Glad to have you guys back for another week. And yeah, let's jump into these topics.
You call him black at Xbox?
I did, but we're gonna jump right on over to the most electrifying man on Olympus. Everybody's favorite half god, Demi God Reviews. What's happening, man?
What's up, folks? Let's talk some games. I'm here to talk about them. Let's get it.
And I don't know. I didn't hear her voice a minute ago. We got Crunk here. Should I go ahead and introduce her? Okay, man. All right, look at that. The hardest working woman on the internet. Hey, she only take breaks for two things. That's to play games and to argue about them with fame. The homie Crunk Girl.
But that's funny, but so true.
And
what's happening, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's your favorite gamer girl, Crunk Girl 711, back at it again for another week, man. Let's get it.
And last but certainly not least, what do Heavenly Sword and Order 1886 have in common? They both as short as this man's fuse. Allow me to introduce the OG Fame.
What's going on, y'all?
Entertainment 2000.
Wow! Man, thank y'all for rocking with us once again. We're happy to have y'all here. Shout out to the chat. I see you guys are in here early. We appreciate you guys. We are hopefully to entertain you no matter where you're watching. We're watching on my channel, TiC channel, the 2XP Twitter handle. Wherever you watch it, make sure you guys like it, subscribe to it, follow it, wherever the case may be. And I hope we entertain you guys tonight. Let's get it.
Man, okay, so I didn't know where I wanted to start tonight, but I think I want to get on the one that everybody been going back and forth about on Twitter. The one I saw first, everybody going back and forth about it on Twitter. Some people whining about it. Some people actually have some pretty valid points, so I'm not gonna lie. I know y'all who got a chance to play Days Gone since it's been out. No show.
Wah, wah, wah,
Oh, my bad. My mic muted. Yeah, I've been playing it a lot lately.
Oh, there we go. What you feeling on it? What you feel about it?
I see a lot of where some of the criticisms are for the game. I feel like the voice acting is some parts it's actually really good, and other parts it's a little spotty. I think the world that they build a really good post-apocalyptic world, and the story, even though it takes a little bit, get going, it's definitely kept me engaged so far. But so far, I think I'm starting to get towards the later end of the game. I think it's probably sitting at like around like about an 8 for me so far. So yeah, it's a pretty good game.
I can dig it. You know what though? I'm gonna tell y'all something I noticed. Though. And y'all know I'm not really I'm not super into reviews like that. Like I like to watch them, but I just because I like to hear what people think about games. And you definitely know I'm not a big Metacritic fan. I don't really care about that type of stuff. However, I have noticed that user score is kind of chugging along a lot quicker than that overall meta score.
Yeah. User score is at 8 right now. Jesus, spit it out.
Yeah, anybody can do a user score. Yeah. People will put like zeros, hundreds, like just for no reason.
Especially after the GTA review bombing, I'm just like, I don't want to see user scores, don't care for it, don't want it.
You know what though? I mean, you don't know what to trust because obviously we're not trusting bigger reviews. We're not trusting these websites after. Well, there's too many instances to name as reasons why. But so we're not trusting our peers either.
It depends.
I mean, most of my peers that have been playing have pretty much been saying the same thing, that it's definitely, it's no God of War, it's no Red Dead, but it's I would say it's a game that I would I'd put up there, like Sony quality game. It's pretty good. It could be better, but
I wouldn't say that.
I well, I'm not, like I said, I'm not putting up there with like God of War and stuff like that, but I definitely think it's, for what it is, like I'm looking at like the studio background, I think it's a very good starting game. I would like to see a sequel for it if there's going to. I would say
I don't think we should talk sequels yet. I think we should talk. What are they gonna do patch wise? What are we gonna see? What are some hot fixes you want to see in the next month or two? Because you would be the one to talk about it. I've seen videos and I see what other reviewers that I trust are talking about. So it's like, from you, Neek, what are some hot fixes you want to see like now?
Frame rate issues. Honestly, that's one of the biggest things for me. I feel like, and a lot of people noticed it as well, it's not like when a bunch of freakers are on screen. I've actually noticed it's really stable when like giant hordes are on screen. It feels like when the more I upgrade my bike, sometimes it gets really bad. It's like the world is having trouble rendering it at such a speed that it would have like a brief moment of slowdown, and sometimes it'll actually stop for like maybe like 0.2 seconds, and then it'll continue on. So that's my biggest issue with it. They've been releasing, they're like on patch like 1.7. They seem like they've been dropping patches like every day since. But right now, the frame issues are my biggest complaint as far as things that can actually be patched.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
I think some of the
Oof.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Thing, they said they can't hear you, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, they can hear me now. My bad. Y'all could hear me. They couldn't the whole time.
Boy.
All that damn talk.
No. So what I was saying was, I feel like I can get the game in 2 weeks for $40. That's all. Like I still want to get the game. I don't think I need to drop 60. I think I can get it for $35 to $30 in a couple of weeks. That's like with Anthem.
Yeah.
I regretted getting Anthem day one because in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the game was already $40. So if I can save 20,
I got
call
my
me old man.
$40 worth in Anthem. Or my $60, whatever I paid for it.
By the way, they saying that joint sold. Shoot, I guess people who playing it will really want to play it.
I love that game. Like, I know it's suffering now, but Anthem gave me my money's worth at the time.
Yo, chat, y'all can hear me now, right? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me.
But with Days Gone, it's all right. Like, I like what they're doing with the freakers. The combat feels satisfying, but the characters feel pretty bland, and the universe around it has cool ideas, but it just seems so not fun to be in sometimes. The only thing I really can say that's like great about the game is the freakers and how you have to think like to take them out, or like think about taking out the groups. So far, I'm still early on, but Deacon is not selling me as a character. I care more about Boozer than I do for Deacon.
It gets better. It does. I was thinking the same thing too. It kind of felt like just like a very, very tame, just regular biker. But it does get better as it goes on, at least in my opinion.
Yo, I want to address a comment in the chat. My man Digital says, stop picking apart the game and just enjoy it for what it is. But don't we pick apart every game? Like,
no game is spared.
Yeah.
As a reviewer, I pick apart
every game gets to get picked apart.
The thing is, though, if
I
we just
partially
take the
agree.
game for how it is and we don't point at the criticisms and the pros and the cons of it, then things would never get fixed.
Yep.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
would never get a patch. None
Like
of
I
that.
have a
Yeah.
big gripe about Days Gone where like some of the stealth kills like just go completely wonky out of the animation.
Yeah,
Mm.
like
So-
they'll like phase out of yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely glitchy. It's like game breaking glitchy, but it's immersion glitchy.
I
Don't
just
get us wrong. We're not like squat. We're not gonna squat on no game. I mean,
No.
you know, you hear us get on people that do on games that we like, especially. But I kind of get it. Like, and I'm with Fame in that I might be just getting old or something. But last game I bought day one, and it's just because I'm a fanboy. It's Kingdom Hearts 3. And
Like I don't
Yeah.
feel like at some point you gotta start playing the games in your backlog. I just don't feel like unless it's one of those games where I'm starting like a God of War. For me, it was Uncharted, Gears, Halo Infinite. You know, that's just one of those games. It's like, yo, this game, like I know, and I'm not saying this for old games. New IPs can give you that feeling too, but you know
Any
when
game.
the game is worth the 60. You know it in
Yes.
your heart when it's worth the 60. I don't feel like every game needs to be bought day one or more. Because some people, be honest,
No.
some people are buying games they don't really truly care about, but they know if they play it, they can talk about it to get views and clicks. They can stream it, people gonna watch it. So that's why people buying these games every single game day one. But every single game isn't worth $60. That's just the truth.
True that.
Every now and
admit
then,
I
just
do
like
buy a
the
lot of
case with
games
Kingdom
day
Hearts.
one, but I usually beat those games though. So
I'm gonna tell
it's
you.
funny.
I'm gonna tell you.
It's kind of opposite for me. The games that I usually buy day one are the games that I usually beat, and the games that I buy on sale are the ones that are like the backlog games for me anyway.
Absolutely. Besides that, certain games is just like you're not about to spoil this for me. Oh, you'll get
Yeah.
some chance to be
Yeah.
spoiled. I don't care where you're from. I will come and find you. And
I
you
got
can't-
Then
Judgment
there's-
pre-order, so I'm ready.
And it's like
There's some games that are just you can buy whenever. Like for me, the only game I am actively looking to really buy is Cyberpunk. You guys know that. I don't really. Everything else is like okay, not gonna get Borderlands day one, Epic,
that's a day one.
and I don't really want to buy it on the Epic Store. But
Borderlands.
Cyberpunk is just like is the game I want, and I'm like I'll kill a baby for it. I don't care how much it costs. Like, I
Whoa,
want that
this got dark.
Mm.
It's always dark. We just lost Crunk. But
and it messed up
I
the
just-
whole thing too. We're gonna be looking ugly on screen for a minute, y'all. Oh, we back.
She back. There's some games you don't need to buy day one, and I feel like once Days Gone gets a few more patches under its belt, it'll be a game that you just like go get it right now, play it, buy it, you're gonna love it.
And
But
some
right
games you
now
get
it's a little
disappointed.
janky. Yeah, exactly. There is some games.
You know what? Like, Days Gone. Like, I literally would have to wait for a sale just because I just kind of don't see the need in picking it up day one. I feel like had it been a bit more polished, had I heard a few less complaints, I might have been like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go get it just because. Like,
I told people we needed the extra time. Needed the extra.
Mm-hmm.
While it's not
Yeah,
bad,
it could have done with some.
it's also not really like.
I think
great
it's
on
I think it's
polish.
just me. I absolutely love post-apocalyptic games. Like I can't think of one post-apocalyptic game that I haven't enjoyed. I mean, there's levels to it obviously, but there hasn't been one that's like, man, this is terrible. Like,
I say Dead Rising 4 was one of those.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's
Rising,
different.
Yeah, let me say, Dead Rising 4 is truly one of the most boring games.
The whole Dead Rising series is trash.
Nah, you
Dead
tripping.
Rising
Nah,
4
nah.
killed the studio.
Yeah,
You're
Dead
tripping.
Rising 3
I
was
missed it.
my first Dead Rising game, and it was fantastic.
Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2, Off the Record, and 3, great games.
Dead Rising 4 was like, hey, let's slap this together and see what happens.
the thing
I
is,
think
we also
Dead Ri-
have to consider the fact that Days Gone got some big shoes to fill. A, you got to fight against zombie fatigue. You got to fight against zombie fatigue. And you got games like World War Z coming out right around that same time. B,
Now
as a
that I
gateway-
need to pick up. That game looks dope. I
Well,
slept
World War
on that.
Z?
World War
Yes.
Z. I need to go pick that up.
Everybody in the chat, I'm telling you right now, if you like Left 4 Dead or just zombie games in general, World War Z is a sleeper hit.
It looks like a Division 2 mixed with
No.
Left 4 Dead. Like just the look of it.
literally the only thing it borrows from Division 2 is third person. I'm
I
telling
do
you,
see a lot of
it's
Left 4 Dead.
third person Left 4 Dead.
And downside, think about the fact that it being the type of game that it is, and also being a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Like you got to fight against the memory of The Last of Us. You got to fight against the anticipation of Last of Us 2.
Yep.
Like you, and the biker gimmick might not get you over that hump.
People,
At the end of the day, you got to be a good game.
this kind of rolls into the next topic a little bit, Dallas. But people kind of and I'm fine people disagreeing, right? I don't believe my opinions are any way, shape, or form fact, right? It's my opinions. But a lot of people disagree with me on Twitter because, Days Gone is selling amazingly. And shout out to, respect to the studio. Congratulations. But I said on Twitter, I believe that Days Gone is selling off the back of these other great Sony IPs. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Because you don't really see no, and I hate to keep going back to Metacritic, but no games that's rated this low, that's not critically acclaimed like this, selling as well as this game is selling. I think Sony has a reputation of dishing out great single-player, story-driven games, and people expected this to be the next great game in that lineup. And I'm not saying it's a bad game. I played the game. I didn't play a lot of it. I played it. I'm not bashing it whatsoever. I'm just saying I feel like it initially sold off the back of other great Sony titles. Now let's see if it can sustain it moving forward. If it does, great. But in my opinion, I think people in their mind, you see anything first for single player Sony, you're gonna automatically think greatness, and you're gonna get it just off of GP.
Yeah, some people might follow that.
Okay,
Digital Tiger said, before we move on, if you bought and liked Skyrim or any other Bethesda game, Bugthesda, I like that, then your opinion on Days Gone is doo-doo. I buy Bethesda games, but I have not played a single unmodded Bethesda game in 10 years. So
that's an extreme stretch.
Yeah. It's like, you can't... Meek likes Fallout 76. I don't hate on him for that. You can't tell people what they can and can't like, or what they can and can't.
One of my favorite games of all time.
Fallout New Vegas, awesome.
Something about I think it's just, I don't know, the way my mind. I like really bad movies too. Like I think Street Fighter, like Jean-Claude Van Damme, was really good.
10 years.
And a lot of people was like, that's one of the worst movies ever. But
no,
I don't know. I guess I can overlook certain things.
There. Jesus.
Like, it's not. It wasn't that bad.
He got a point though, because just because he liked that movie, does he have to accept every bad movie that's made?
I hope you don't like the Super Mario Bros. Movie though.
Nah,
people always like keep this saying.
If you drink enough, that movie becomes really good.
Listen, I should have a drink.
Like,
when I tell people I like Knack, and it was like, "What? That game is terrible." I'm like, "Man, I had fun with that game. What y'all talking about?" Like,
she waiting for Knack 3.
I want to play Knack 2, man. I gotta get the bread to buy it. But Knack 1, that shit was fun because it was a challenge. That game is hard. If you play that game on the hardest difficulty, you might break the
True.
Everybody has a bad game that they think is fun. It don't matter what everybody else think. It only matters what you think.
Yeah, it's just it depends on perspective. Like, my girl don't play games except like the Insane trilogy. She in love with that, but she thinks Knack 2 is dope.
You know, it's what we do. People say we pick apart the game. We're going on a technical level because opinions, we all vary opinion-wise. I like stuff. I like Anthem. Some people don't like Anthem. Some people like Fallout 76. Meek. I don't like Fallout 76. We're talking about a technical level on the games. Like, technically, Days Gone is not perfect. It's mediocre.
But
we're not going on what you feel.
On that point, they're trying to say Bethesda, like if you can't have an opinion on another game for bugs if you play another game with bugs. Like, every single game out there has bugs.
Yep.
Tell me a game that doesn't have bugs.
Like, God of War had bugs. Red Dead had bugs, and those are critically acclaimed games. So that point really doesn't hold up because every game out there has bugs in some way, shape, or form.
Tell me you would play a Bethesda game that doesn't have bugs.
Actually, that good games, great games have bugs.
Yakuza has hella bugs.
Yakuza is buggy as hell.
Yakuza's fun,
but it's good.
Just wait, I'm about to show y'all one of my favorite games of this generation, Spider-Man.
That has some bugs too.
Oh my goodness.
I don't.
You
I
talk
don't
about
get
the Amazing Spider-Man, right?
Oh no, I'm talking.
The only game of note that I really can say that hadn't had bugs was like Kingdom Hearts and to an extent Resident Evil.
Resident Evil
Yeah, I
was
haven't
hella
run
good.
in Kingdom Hearts. I have not run into a single one.
Yeah,
I think
they
Resident Evil 2
fine-tuned
is
that
sitting
game.
at like a 90 or something, which it deserves.
I think when it came out, I don't think people thought it was gonna be that good. But
No.
every remaster needs to look like that.
Because they said remaster, and usually remaster means kind of slap an HDR skin on it, but like they remade the game. They didn't remaster it, they remade it.
The same thing with Ratchet and Clank. Like at first I was like,
Oh man, that
Ratchet
was
and
such a
Clank,
good game.
come on, but yo,
That was
Ratchet
good.
and Clank was fire.
Spyro, that was also pretty dang good.
Crash Bandicoot.
Like I was so impressed.
Crash
Oh
looks
yeah,
amazing.
Crash.
Oh my god, Crash looks amazing.
Anyway, we've deviated. What is our host on?
Sorry, but
I was looking at this bug. It was actually really funny. I'm gonna post it on Twitter in a second. Now this one, I'm probably leaning more towards my homies that can probably walk. I don't know. I ain't seen y'all move around in a minute.
Boy.
Because y'all know a lot more about PC gaming than I do. So maybe y'all can explain to me the controversy of Epic Games and how they just want to buy up everything and make everybody else wait for it.
I mean, Fame, you should dibs because you're becoming a PC gamer. You should go
First off, I am a laptop PC gamer, so my legs partially work. I'm on crutches, not in a wheelchair. Second, and we're bringing this up because just recently we've seen Epic is continuing to make moves. We know they're got the exclusivity for a bunch of games for whether it's a month or 6 months. They just bought Playtonic. Is it Playtonic? That does
no.
Rocket League. So pretty much they own Rocket League now.
Psionic.
Psionic, sorry. So that means Rocket League is coming off of Steam. Here's the thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the savagery in me is like I'm cool with they moves. It doesn't bother me. To me, if you want to play a game, you're gonna go play it and buy it wherever. I get people saying, "Oh, it's not Steam. It doesn't have this. It doesn't have that." Every store, every console starts from somewhere and gets better and gets better. I think if they feel like this way their company can grow is by buying stuff up, more power to them. That's not to stop Steam from doing the same thing. In my opinion, it doesn't bother me. If they tell me, oh, the next big game was gonna be a Epic Store exclusive for 6 months, you're gonna do one or two things. Either you're gonna go play it on Epic, or you're gonna wait 6 months.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal to me, in my opinion.
See, and I'm on the what up, Kev? I see you in the chat. Kev's probably on the same wavelength to me. Epic, my main concern is security, and right now Epic doesn't have any security in their store. Like, my account has already been, I've already had email. Have you signed in? I was like, no, that's not me. Like, at least 3-4 times in just the last 2 years, and I'm like, okay. I don't like how they're holding games ransom, and then, who is it? Was it the CEO came out and said, we'll release games if, Steam gives the 88%
he's such
to
a liar, bro.
Yeah, and I'm just like, don't try to be the good guy. Epic I get what you're saying, everybody has to start somewhere. You gotta at least be on par and then go up instead of just being down here and working to get to par. You're not there yet, and Epic, I see what they're doing, but you're like me, you're just gonna wait. I'm not gonna buy anything Epic. Don't really care for it. Don't support the store. Don't play Fortnite. God knows I'm never gonna play Fortnite. And I will say, and none of y'all are gonna change my mind, I have not played Battle Royale. Don't want to, don't care for it. It's not my type of game, but Epic, it's not there yet. I see what they're doing, but until they actually get some traction and hold to the promises they were going to say years ago, they're not the store to beat. I think if you want a competitor to them, maybe Uplay, because I do enjoy the Uplay launcher or Ubisoft launcher. They have good, but they're only Ubisoft games. So there's not really many launchers out there that are like Steam that have everything, because you guys know this, especially PC gamers, you have Steam. If you want to play anything on Bethesda, they have their own launcher, although they are stuff over. You want to play Elder Scrolls, that's its own launcher. Secret Worlds, that's its own launcher. Some games have launchers within Steam, so it's like I just want everything in one small space. I don't want to have to go to all these launchers, and Epic's making it so, oh, you can come here. It's like, no, I don't trust you. We're going to hold your games ransom, like Metro. How many people are talking about Metro still? Nobody. But once it comes back on Steam, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, this is good or this is good. I don't think that these companies realize it's not like Tomb Raider the 20th edition went Xbox first because they wanted to do the 20th year on PlayStation. So it's like, I don't think these developers are realizing, especially on PC, just quite what it's doing yet. Maybe people will be converted and go over, but it's going to take a while.
I don't like Tim
like
Sweeney's
that
face.
Are not ready.
I hate his face, bro. I hate everything about Tim Sweeney's face, bro. I can't stand
You
his
just hella
face.
salty.
I can't stand his hairline. I can't stand nothing about that man. And he a liar, bro. He did all that.
You know what else?
Huh?
You go.
No, I'm saying he did all that talking and running his mouth about how much he hates Microsoft trying to monopolize gaming, and that's what he doing, bro. He went a whole rant about Microsoft and what is the Epic Store doing? The one thing he said everyone should band together against Microsoft to do. I'm just saying, bro.
We either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And you know what else killed the Epic Store for me is, of course, Randy Pitchford, my least favorite person, started saying I like the Epic Store because people can't leave reviews, and I just went on and on. Randy, we don't like you. Like, don't ruin Borderlands 3 for me, dude.
Yo, why is Meek sipping lean during the podcast, bro? Chill.
Yeah, double cup.
Hey, Meek, tell him what Lil Wayne said. Don't worry about what's in my cup. It's in my cup.
Don't worry about what's in my cup.
You got 2 cups?
No.
My bad, that's a latte. My fault.
I
My man just left Starbucks.
Latte. I'm not the latte type, trust me.
I think Epic's got a lot of money, but's not willing to put in the work to do what they need to. They got a lot of money.
Their plan is what I thought Microsoft plan would be with PC gaming, just a money whip shit. Money whip everything. Epic, I'm surprised Microsoft haven't. They got the funds to do it, obviously, but Epic just money whipping everything. I'm interesting to see what Microsoft does as far as getting more studio acquisition, because I got a feeling that some of the studios are going to be heavy on PC. And they're going to be making games for the Windows. Because at some point, Microsoft, they keep saying they're going to go hard up the Windows Store. Well, the only way they really do that, is besides fixing their features and things people have issues with, is to give people a reason. That's why exclusivity doesn't bother me. It does. I know PC games, so I don't want to open up another launcher. That doesn't bother me. To me, it's kind of like how PlayStation is. I'm making the games exclusive because it forces you to buy my console. What these companies are doing is forcing you to play games on their launcher. I just wish they were first party titles. Like, I'm cool with Fortnite and now Rocket League because they're all first party titles now. Valve, you have a first party title everybody's waiting on that you can put on your store that make everybody forget about Epic.
Multiple first party titles. But that's the thing,
though. First party titles, as in we made these games. We didn't go pay somebody to give us a false exclusivity to let us hold on to it.
If they're first party titles, it's different. First party titles, I will, if it's a good game, okay. But these third parties, no. I don't want a timed exclusive for third party games.
Okay, Hogan. If that's the case, why was everybody clamoring and upset when before Mass Chief Collection came to Steam? Everybody was upset that it wasn't on Steam. And that was the first party title for Microsoft, but everybody was upset that it wasn't on Steam. It's on Steam, everybody happy.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I think people say that, but then when it comes to Microsoft, it's like, no, Microsoft, make a game and put it on Steam. Don't put it on your Windows Store. Like, I get it has the issue stuff, but if Valve came out with a game, I don't think we're gonna put it on the Windows Store as well because it should be everywhere. Like, no, like if it's your title, you should better have it on your store only, and it shouldn't be a problem.
Let's not talk about Valve releasing any games.
It's a lot different when it's your product that you actually made.
More Cloud Tech USA says, I bet RDR2 will be an Epic game store. I think that would actually kill the game, to be honest.
Which game?
If it came on Red Dead Redemption 2. When it comes on PC, I think it would kill it.
Yeah. I smell and they don't need no help dying.
Hold on. Y'all completely missed something. Valve makes... Wow.
What?
I said Valve makes games?
Not in a long. Yo, they released the game, their card game Artifact, 5 months ago, and if you look now, there's less than 100 players. I'm like, damn.
They know what everybody wants. They just don't.
The last time I heard
release it.
Valve drop a game was in 2008.
It's the last time they made a good game.
They know what everybody wants. They just refuse to do it.
They do.
In 2008, we were children, man. We was kids.
2008, I was in high school.
Man,
I want them to make another Portal game.
You was in high
I
school
really enjoyed
2008?
Portal.
2000, I graduated.
Yeah, it's all fine.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good episode.
I don't know what happened.
The fish is leveled up.
I have no idea what happened. To be honest.
And we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
Mike.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened.
I was about to start laying some.
Next to you.
No,
No.
it still says for streaming. It says live.
Okay, yeah, we're live now.
All right, we're back.
Got that, y'all?
Not sure what
It says
happened.
we're live.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but if ever I got a song stuck in my head, it's probably Demi fault.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, say I was walking around the house annoying my girl, talking about I like it like that. She working that.
Stop.
Slow.
Hey, so let me ask y'all a question. Kind of.
No.
I guess. Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. What you want? He got hella
I
sad.
felt that right there, dang.
Just denied at the border.
Because I know a lot of people like myself is hell excited for Detective Pikachu. Y'all think that kind of is why a lot of people are hating on Sonic so much?
No.
Heck nah, we hating on Sonic because his
Because
face
it looks
weird.
terrible.
You know how you were just saying, I don't like his face. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's his body. Like, he got like a regular person's body, but it's like super furry, but it's super small, it's like scaled down. Like,
I saw somebody had redid
like
his
a
image
Super
and
Saiyan
looked
3
good.
Smurf.
Like, they tried to make it too human. It's like the issue I have with the new Lion King movie. It's like, you don't need to try to make it too something. Just make what it's supposed to be. It doesn't need to look human. Sonic looks like a freak in the original games. He's a freak. Make him a freak. We don't care if he looks cool.
I'm gonna see this and suffer. I am going.
You know
Somebody
what, though?
has to, because I ain't
We
doing
on the
it.
same page though, because like once I realized after seeing this trailer and I realized Dr. Robotnik was Jim Carrey, I was like, you know what? Jim gonna carry this movie.
I think that's probably
He's
gonna be
gonna
another
carry
one.
this
I'm gonna
movie.
Go see it.
He's gonna ham it up. He's gonna ham it up to like levels of
In the best
ham.
way.
Basically.
He's gonna save the
Y'all know
game
Jim
or
Carrey
the
likes
movie.
Yeah.
Save
He's gonna
Sorry,
do
my
it.
brain.
the game. Game needs saving too. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yo, the latest one, Sonic Mania, wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's because they went back to the roots. And
Yeah, it wasn't
Sonic
Sonic
Mania was
Mania. Wasn't like a remake of the old ones or something like that. It was like a
Basically
something like
took it
that?
all and smushed it in, yeah.
yeah. What was the
But
one?
it has to be
The actual new one wasn't Sonic Forces.
I can't remember.
I remember Sonic Hero.
Stop
Man.
Yo, what's going on with Mortal Kombat? Right now it's like at a 686, 90, but the user score is just tanked on it.
Because people met. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up right now because I'm about to go
Oh,
on a rant.
because
I'm
Because
about to go
people
on a
think
rant,
that
man.
all
So-
the cosmetics is worth $6,000 and it's not.
oh yeah. Well, that's my big gripe. We went into this last week. The crypt is my big gripe on that, but
It's all of that stuff is not worth $6,000 though. Some of that stuff you
No.
can't even buy with currency. You got to play the game to get it.
yeah.
I
No,
was gonna
thank you.
ask y'all a question, but I kind of have to say some names to do it, and I want to put y'all in that position. So I'm gonna ask y'all something later.
Why you lying?
I mean, because I don't mind.
Call out.
I just felt like he kind of. Let me shut up. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
You know, I had.
Basically, you can unlock all that stuff on Mortal Kombat very easy, and they've addressed how, like the unlock rate as in comparison to what you make in matches. So,
Yeah.
Yo,
as
we.
someone
just
who's
don't
been
like
playing Mortal Kombat
shit.
since like day one, it's a big difference in what they've done.
For some reason, we was live on Twitch and Mixer. We wasn't supposed to be. My apologies.
Jeez.
We was not supposed to be live there. We really
Well,
were.
if they saw us, or if they still see
What
us,
up?
what's up, y'all? What's happening? What's cracking? What's popping? The more the merrier right
I
now.
forgot to turn it off. My bad.
Boy.
Hey, have y'all been seeing these?
Get it together, man.
Y'all been seeing
Yeah.
these edits though, right? Why do the fans, the community,
Look better.
always end up doing better than
Because
Hollywood?
they
and
care.
They should have just let us like come together and make the Dragon Ball Z movie. Like I talked to my brother today.
Like they let us make Sonomania.
Exactly, and you see what happened with that. Freaking success.
Shit good.
Especially when you compare it to every other Sonic game since Sega Genesis. But then that's the thing though. The fans know better in most cases. When it comes on the creative end, we kind of know what we want, and you want to give us what we want anyway. So why not just let us come together and make some stuff?
Netflix price is going up higher again.
That's all they do is raise their prices and
What's it for y'all?
I just got an email now, and I'm paying $16 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what we play.
Wow.
We're in Canada. Canada,
Well,
it's
they lost
$17
all
a
the
month.
Marvel shit.
Bro,
They're
you
gonna be
know why
losing all
Netflix going up? They lost that revenue stream from Marvel.
I'm about to change my
That shit gonna
plan,
hurt.
bro.
I mean, I only pay $10.89, but they going up in price, dog.
It's because I got the like the highest thing because they give me the
I don't pay
4K
a damn
streaming and all that. But
thing, but
forget this 4K streaming,
I
bro.
do.
We know you scamming and drinking lean, bro. It's all good, bro.
I got the cheapest joint, man. But the Marvel leaving them, that shit hurt them. And then the Disney Plus is gonna hurt a lot of streaming services too.
This is going back to the days before satellite packages were a thing. Like they're dividing everything, and it's like the main reason I don't steal your stuff anymore is because you gave me an option to stream it, and now you're separating, you're pulling it all apart. You're gonna leave me no other option to go back what I was doing.
Disney,
Yeah, streaming services is definitely
own
turning
like
back into
80%
cable.
of the market.
Yeah,
That's why.
it's like
It's out there
you made
doing
it convenient.
everyone.
Don't inconvenient me in any way, because as soon as I'm inconvenienced, I'm gonna be hella mad about everything.
Yeah, because you only got one job. All you got to do is be there. Like I pay
Yep.
you. I don't even look at how much I pay you. I don't even look at how often I pay you. I just do it, and I don't care because you're convenient. Anytime I want to chill and eat some food and watch something, you always there for me. But if you're gonna keep raising the price on me, if you're gonna keep changing on me, then what's the point? Don't you change on me?
Exactly.
They haven't stopped on the content. I can't say that. They still bringing me content. So
True. Until they don't.
yeah, that's the only thing I can say about Netflix. Is there's always a Netflix series or something that I'm gonna be into.
Yep.
Yeah, and they actually have some really, really good shows. Like some really, really
I
good original
rewatched-
content.
What is it?
Yeah.
Ava DuVernay. She's doing the show about the Central Park 5. Like I'm on that.
Wait, whoa, hold on, wait.
Bruh, you got to go watch that trailer.
Bruh.
Yo, I like Ava DuVernay, man. I'm all about this black girl magic over here, man. I be trying to support.
Hell yeah.
No.
Well, I rewatched Kill la Kill on Netflix, and finding Kill la Kill is like impossible sometimes. Hey, stream, if you experiencing anything weird or seeing anything weird, let us know. We're having some troubles right now.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Our apologies. It may be the screen may be ugly to y'all. We do apologize. This will be rectified by next week. Blame Spectrum because they're supposed to come out and fix some stuff and they didn't.
Man, I've been having so many issues with them.
Bro, like
They
never
don't like y'all ass.
Bro, it's
I'm
terrible,
glad they
B.
don't have Spectrum no more.
Like I got like one of the highest packages for speed or whatnot, but just like it's not reliable.
Isn't their highest package like something that, for me? It was like 60 and 5.
It depends on the area. Like some areas they have they highs they give you a gigabyte, but I got like 400 down and I don't know like 60 up, something like that. But it's like today
They see you coming and they're like, not today's fame, not today.
Do y'all have like competition out there? Like, is there anybody else other than
AT&T and don't nobody want internet with AT&T unless you can get that fiber.
I'm wondering because usually competition it makes it better. Like where I live at, I live in the damn country. It's only one place to get internet, and it's freaking.
Yeah, there's competition here. It's between Cox Communications and Verizon. They're always trying to one up each other.
And see,
The thing is, you know what they tell me though? They're like, Well, your best bet, what you should do is you should call, you should complain. And every single time you have a problem, you should call, you should complain. And they'll say, no, I'm not just, I almost said
We
a
need your
bad word right
service.
there.
Where you going?
I'm not trying to do that.
Yo,
Here's
they
some
get tired of hearing,
HBO.
they
Just
get
don't
tired
leave.
of hearing from you, yo. I damn sure
Like,
called
if
my
I had time to do that,
when I was, I think my internet, something was up with the box out here, and like Wi-Fi, and like I literally couldn't do nothing on Wi-Fi. And I'm like, yo, y'all gotta fix this. Y'all want y'all money every month. I need my internet to work.
Like
exactly.
I could never like
True
if
that.
Comcast was out here, I would never go to Comcast. One thing about Spectrum, I give them their props, is we don't have no data caps. I couldn't live in a world with data caps, bro. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Not me.
I do too much. I do way too much.
Yeah, way too much.
That's that get around how they try to get that money up off you.
Yeah, but
Speaking of internet caps and beautiful things on the internet, Borderlands 3 just dropped some hotness today.
day one, baby.
Let's talk about it.
I saw it before the show.
Yo, so a lot of those leaks, we saw like a month back. I think a lot of that stuff is legit, but like the mechs, we saw the mech, like all that stuff seems to be real,
And it's
bro.
coming out in September.
That's a day one.
Yeah, I might
Like-
have to go.
You know what?
Mick, you better squad up, bro. That's a day one.
This is one of the games where I can say this and mean it as a compliment, and people understand it that way. It's just more Borderlands.
Yeah,
Good thing,
it is.
you
That's
know
a
what?
good thing, though.
That's a very good thing.
It's some things that Borderlands does that games try to do. It just don't feel right because it ain't Borderlands.
No. Like,
I
it
would
looks like
say,
Borderlands,
as a
it
person
feels like
who plays
Borderlands.
a ton of looter shooters, there is no shooter quite like Borderlands.
It's the king.
Borderlands is like the only game where I can like people, and that joint be fun as hell. We leaving people behind, and they'll just come back when we go to the other section.
Somebody said it's gonna be
Like-
4K 60 on Xbox One X. I saw they're trying to hit 60. I don't know if it's gonna be 4K 60. Maybe
Man, I don't care.
checkerboard.
I would love it.
Yo, in
It
my
should,
opinion,
it'll
Just
be
give me
60
60
for sure.
Yep.
'cause- Yeah, it'll be 60 because
Even if it isn't, I don't think it really matters. It's Borderlands for some people.
it don't matter. Like I'm telling people, Borderlands 2 is in my top 2 games of last generation.
There was nothing like getting 4 people in the game with the conference conference call shotgun and bringing your game down to 2 frames per
And the
second.
Bumble shield or whatever.
If everybody had that conference call shotgun, you would bring your frames down to 2 frames per second.
Hold on, while we talking about guns, did y'all see that gun that was like a EQ and like a shot in waves like that, sound waves?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
That was cool.
I like the fact that the everything is instance where you can get your own loot, but like say if me and Fame are playing and I'm like level 20 and he's level 5, I can play with him and I'm not killing all of his enemies so easily and he's not dying right away. Like
Yeah.
basically he's still fighting level 5 enemies and I'm still fighting enemies that are mine. And we're getting the
do like
appropriate
that.
loot. I love that. I love that so much.
That's something you don't see in a lot of games, because I can't tell you how many games I've had friends hop in and I'm like, okay, I'm going to power level you through what I fight so you get all the loot that I would get.
Yeah.
It's like,
While
we can
also
play it
not
together,
getting
but you're
heavy
getting
fun.
the... Exactly.
They
Do it all
said
the
that,
time in Diablo.
Also, I like that they made a choice. You can choose one or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or you can play classic. Yeah.
One
They
thing
said
I
that,
love to do. My bad, go ahead.
They said Borderlands 3 has like 7,500 different weapon sounds, and they said in comparison, on Borderlands 3 only had 300. Or Borderlands 2 only had 300.
As long as I can be God to my peasants, going inside their game, dropping out my loot, and turning my console off, and giving gifts to the world, I'm happy. I used to love doing that, bro. Oh, what gun y'all need? Y'all don't have this? Bet. Come on over here. Drop
You
everything
need
and
a
then
gun
turn the
like
console
the
off.
Bane.
I
Like, give me the Bane back where it screams when you shoot it and reload. Totally fine
Yeah, and it
with
makes
that.
you.
That gun was
It
annoying.
has like 500 round clip. It makes you walk extremely slow.
Annoying as heck, but entertaining all the same.
I'm gonna need for Borderlands 3 to be just as fun as Borderlands 2 when it comes to like you doing people's stories, but you don't mind going to somebody else's story who ain't nowhere near you because
Yeah.
the game is just fun. Like I didn't care that I was helping. Like it was me, my girl Red, Big Cheese, and my other homeboy. And we used to play Borderlands 2 just to play it. And then, like, if somebody finished their story, we'd be like, oh, man, you finished yours yet? Like, nah, well, we're going to hop in and play your story, too.
As long as it gives you the option to do that, because some games will lock you out and you can't play unless you played to a certain area.
The only thing I don't like,
do that, just like
I don't want.
What Borderlands did. Oh, go ahead, Fame.
No, I say I always lock my game down. I don't want to start a game and then somebody who played all day and like up in my game and just kill everything. I hated that. Like, don't come in my game, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, what Borderlands 2 does is for like story progression is if I've like beaten the game or I've gotten to like a really like farther point in the story and Fame just starts, I won't get the story XP until he catches up to where I'm at. And then once we're at the same, like I'll still get XP for killing enemies and stuff like that, but I'll start getting story XP like for missions that I haven't done or the stories that I haven't completed, story missions I haven't completed yet. So they'll probably bring that over to Borderlands 3.
Hope so. But Dallas was right. The biggest compliment you could give the game, it's more Borderlands. It looks like Borderlands, feels like Borderlands. It's all I want. It's a Borderlands game. It don't try nothing new. It don't try nothing fancy.
The subtle upgrade to the art style.
That's what we want, man.
Like, it's still Borderlands.
It's still cell shading, but it's like a lot more detailed. Like those guns they looked and sounded great.
With, that's what I want to know. Who's everybody running with?
Oh, I'm running with Amara. I always go Cyber first.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try everybody, but
I don't know just yet.
I'm going with Zero, man. Straight ninja.
Apparently, the Xbox version is gonna have C, so I'm hoping that's true.
It's gonna have what?
I'll play it. According to the Microsoft Store, it has like cross play with PC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They haven't confirmed it yet because I think they're still working on it. But I mean, according to the Xbox Store, it's on there. So that means that all of us who play on Xbox, we can play with people who play on PC.
I can jiggy
with
Jean-Marc
together because Sony hates crossplay and y'all hate PlayStation.
Yeah.
Jean-Marc Lewis in the chat says, but honestly, Gears 5 is going to take up all my...
Gears 5? Listen, bro. Let me shut up.
I think once the Master Chief Collection comes out, I'm going to be bye. Like, bye. You're not going to hear from me.
Gears 5 is going to be that game, bro. It's going to be that game.
Trash Gears, man.
All I got
Don't make that noise ever again.
Let me shut up before I get sued, bro.
I'm just happy that they know their audience and that they aren't changing so much that we don't know what the game is.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
People, I love that they know who they are. They got the identity. They're not trying to change too much, but they changing it enough that we're like, okay, we know what you've been working on for all these years. Because Borderlands 2 came out, shoot, how long ago?
2012.
Yeah. Been on this game for a long time.
And I'm glad they got a chance to do that, to just let it cook. Just let it bake until you feel like
honestly, I thought we were going to go an entire Borderlands 3, man. I was going to be devastated.
I didn't
they wouldn't do that.
After so many years of not getting it, I was like, you know what? Because me and shouts out to the video game her, we went to PAX East 20, what was it? 14, 15? Where they showed the pre-sequel. And we was talking to some people and like, yo, I was like, I don't know what they doing to the game. Like, it just didn't feel right. But we also talked to some of the developers and producers of the game, and they was talking about that anytime that game comes out, it's going to be introduced at PAX. PAX East came through. I'm like, where Borderlands at? Because that's the only place they've ever shown it. So I'm like, yo, they cooking, and they've been cooking for a long time. Pre-sequel wasn't it?
It's always good to see them, to see developers get as much time as they need on a game.
Yeah. I maybe played 3 hours of pre-sequel, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
I wanted to buy it, but then when I saw gameplay of it, I'm like, this ain't it.
They have the same mentality that CD Projekt Red does.
Exactly.
I think 2K is very lenient on them because they know that Borderlands is going to sell a lot. People are like, "Where's Borderlands 3? Where's Borderlands 3?" Because like Randy is kind of an ass. Like he'll tease it. He'll be like,
Randy
"Man, it's been 3 long days, and I only have 3 hours left until the third day." Like, Like, come on, Randy, just give us when the game is. But people keep asking, like, where's Borderlands 3? He goes, Borderlands 2 will be out when Borderlands 3 is ready to be shot.
I like that.
And that's the realest thing.
Delilah, what's happening? We
Yeah.
appreciate you coming through.
But like,
I
look
absolutely
at
accept that answer.
Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, was it almost last year, because E3's coming back up. They gave us 48 minutes of gameplay, and we're like, okay, when's it coming out? They're like, when it's ready, it'll come out. I'm like, beesh, I can respect that.
I still think it ain't coming out till like 2020, 2021.
Don't care when it comes out. When it's ready,
No,
it's
I don't
ready.
care. I'm saying, like,
like,
I don't think it's gonna be that long. They said that this E3 was gonna be one of their. Yeah, they're not gonna show another 45-minute trailer and have nothing with it. I think it'll probably either be late this year or it'll be early next year that it'll
I
come
don't
out.
care.
It ain't coming out
Take
in
their time.
2021.
2020 or 2021. I mean, whenever it comes out, it's gonna sell. Even though people,
that thing is gonna
sell.
blow up.
Well,
certain
if
developers
they
have reputations with certain games.
and if they go with RTX graphics, they might have to redo a few things, so it might take a little longer. Because the shading and lighting effects we have now are completely different from RTX, which I hope they do, because maybe they'll sell it in a bundle and I can get a new graphics card. Like, I'm not paying no $3,000 Founders Edition card. No, thank you.
Nah, we good. We good over here. That's the price of a car.
That's rent.
Oh nah, I ain't fooling. I live in the South. We don't pay that much. $3,000. I live in the South, dog. Nah, in the country. I live beside a person who owns a pet duck. We ain't paying that much in rent. Fame, I'm so serious. My neighbor has a pet duck.
I mean, I can't act like I ain't. As much as I like to fight against this Texas stereotype, I can't act like I ain't been walking down the street and saw a dude with horses in the back, protecting the tent.
Any of y'all going to
Delilah
E3?
HD yeah, that's what I was.
I was originally slated to go to E3, of course, with other TiC members, but I just bought a house, so I didn't think it was the right time for me to be going out to California and spending all that coin. But I'll definitely be one of the TiC members to go next year. I just didn't think after I bought this house, this was the best time to go do it. So I'll be there.
We will be doing a show after to talk about everything and all the goodies, but we're not.
That thing gonna be going during E3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we might not all. We might have a live show going, but we won't all be there because I think. Well, it's an entire 3 days if we're going to cover everything, and that's not including the after shows after the conference where the developers come and talk. So
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. We're going to be doing.
Pop in and out.
We're going to be live during the conferences. I'm sorry, not the whole thing, but we're going to be like the Microsoft conference. We'll be doing it live and then immediately go to the reactions afterwards. Whoever has the conference will be doing it live and then immediately jump into the reactions after.
And going to E3, guys, is not cheap.
Nope.
Staying in Los Angeles itself ain't cheap, but the tickets ain't cheap either.
I was gonna say, not even going, just going is not cheap. Like if you just going,
I mean, it's cheaper to go to California from Canada, so it would be cheap to go to E3, but it's like still staying in Los Angeles, close in a hotel close to the theater, Airbnb close to the theater, and not having booked anything right now. Yeah, it's not.
This is why you shouldn't move to California, Hugger. Just move to Texas, bro. It's cheaper.
That's what I was trying to do.
It's cheaper.
But Austin didn't want me.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
But look though, even though it's cheaper, all those same people from California moving to Texas, they bringing their lifestyle with them.
They're not.
Hey, I'm from
here,
Alberta. Alberta is like the Texas of Canada, so I fit right in with y'all.
It's like one of them.
You know what, California love Texas for some reason, and we love y'all back.
And they come down here, run their mouth about Whataburger. We fight, bro. Ain't no one-on-ones neither.
Say, I'm gonna tell you how real Whataburger is. Whataburger's so real, it's an Easter egg in Resident Evil 7.
Is it?
It is.
I didn't know.
Mind you, your character and his wife in RE7 are from Texas. When you see her license in the beginning of the game, it's a legit license, the exact same.
That's true.
Right? Okay, so as you go around the game, you see trash and all that type of stuff. It's Whataburger cups in those trash cans.
Bad. Whataburger's a dope, bro. Anyway, don't have a Whataburger. I feel bad for them, bro. Whataburger is the GOAT.
And you know, nobody's cups look
coming
like
down and have some Whataburger.
When a Gold Chain, we met Gold Chain at Pack South. First thing I said was, "All right, bro, go get you some Whataburger. Like, don't eat nothing else before you get some barbecue. Go get you some Whataburger, bro." Had to put them on game.
Delilah's spending 2